The psychology of the Republican voter, particularly opposed to the Democratic Party, can be explained through several key psychological frameworks. In-group versus out-group dynamics shape political identity, where Republicans view themselves as defending traditional values, while Democrats are seen as a threat. This is driven by social identity theory, where group loyalty strengthens opposition to outsiders. Confirmation bias plays a critical role, as Republican voters seek media that supports their views, often from conservative outlets. Cognitive dissonance leads them to dismiss information that contradicts their beliefs rather than changing their views. Authoritarianism is another factor, where some Republican voters prefer strong leadership that promises security and order, aligning with resistance to rapid social changes like immigration or diversity initiatives. This reflects a need for stability and predictability in society. A heightened fear and threat perception is common among conservative voters, who often support policies aimed at national security and oppose immigration, perceiving it as a risk to their way of life. This is exacerbated by media framing, which can heighten fear responses and drive conservative attitudes. Economic self-interest is also a key driver, especially among wealthier voters who favor tax cuts and reduced government regulation. For others, economic insecurity fosters resentment toward policies perceived to benefit other groups more than themselves. Moral foundations theory explains that Republican voters emphasize values like loyalty, authority, and sanctity, which differ from democratic values of care and fairness. These moral foundations influence their stance on issues like religious freedom and patriotism, seeing them as essential to maintaining social order. Additionally, rural identity influences many Republican voters, who often come from areas valuing independence and self-reliance. They see democratic policies as favoring urban populations and government dependence, clashing with their own values. Finally, populism contributes to Republican voters' distrust of political elites and institutions. Many see themselves as fighting against a corrupt system, supporting candidates who challenge the political status quo. In short, Republican voters are shaped by group identity, cognitive biases, emotional responses to perceived threats, and moral values. If you learn something new about how psychology affects our daily lives, then consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, stay sharp.